let's now take a look at the vaccination drive. As Dr. Trehan was saying, we really need to ramp up those vaccination numbers. And let's take a look at India's numbers and how they compare to other countries. And we're also going to focus a bit on Kerala and how the state is faring. Now, Kerala is out of the top 5 most affected states. If we take a look at the vaccines, India has vaccinated over 8 crore people so far. They've received at least 1 dose of the vaccine, and that's equivalent of Germany's population. In fact, yesterday was the highest vaccination numbers, with 43 lakh people being vaccinated in a single day. But if we compare our numbers with other countries and the proportion of the population, that's where the worry comes in. So to talk more about this, we're joined by Rijo M. John, adjunct professor, Rajagiri College of Social Sciences, Kochi, and someone who's been really studying those numbers very, very closely, isn't it? If you could, explain to our viewers why on the one hand, while on the one hand we've managed to vaccinate such a huge number of people, 8.3 crore, why it's still a worry when we compare it to, the entire population, and why and how we've seen other countries have vaccinated a far greater number of their population as compared to us.
Hi, Gargi. Yes, we are absolute. I mean, the cumulative number of vaccinations, if you look at, 8 crores plus, but we should see that it has come in about 78 to 79 days. So the average, when you look at, India is such a large population. So 3 to 4 million doses per day is, though it looks absolutely gigantic in proportion, but, as a proportion of the population, it becomes really low. So we still have, almost 80 days into the vaccination, we still haven't reached 5% of the population with at least 1 dose each. And that means, we are running far behind the targets that the government itself set long back, which said that, 300 million beneficiaries will be vaccinated by July, August, which means around 600 million doses. So at the present rate, there was a time like 2 weeks back when we had our daily vaccination had gone up to 2.5 million per day on average. But it has now been coming down a little bit, except, of course, for the last 2-3 days, it has started picking up again. But we are still on an average for the last 7 days. If you look at, we are still around 2 million figure on average per day. And that's highly insufficient.
And this is after opening it up to everyone over 45 years old.
And when you actually...
Because earlier they were planning to vaccinate just all the elderly and those with severe illnesses who are above 45 till the summer, and that was that 30 crore number that they were hoping to get, and now they've opened it up, and still vaccine hesitancy is being seen as a big issue. And we really need, what do you need to change in terms of our vaccine drive to really go out there and cross 55 million per day or 50 lakh per day?
So I think one of the major worries have been on the glitches associated with the CoWIN app. When you go into the rural areas, there is internet connectivity issues and stuff like that, which sort of limits people's ability to properly sign up and upload your photo IDs, etc., into the app and then get an appointment, etc. So these kind of difficulties exist, and we should, on the one hand, while using apps like COVID to facilitate this drive, we should also not completely give away or give up the traditional methods, people being able to walk into the clinics and, your PHC or places where you get the vaccine, you can just do walk-in and, they register in a CoWIN app or some other portal later on after the vaccination is completed, So those kind of facilitations should be done. That is a need. And also, the vaccine hesitancy is real. That we can't deny that. So what is to be done is to basically, encourage a sort of a bottom-up approach, wherein local healthcare workers, for example, can go to people and sort of encourage them to come for vaccination. ASHA workers, for example, they can literally encourage local people to come to the vaccination center and encourage those activities. So these kind of
that
major
is the need of the hour, for them to be able to talk people through any doubts that they have. Let's talk about Kerala now, and Kerala is no longer in the top 5 states, and we've seen that the numbers there seem to be we don't want to speak too soon, but seem to be steady right now, just, over 2,500 around that average cases. If you could tell us a bit about the situation there.
Well, I wouldn't call it even steady now in Kerala, because in fact, Kerala has been on a declining trend for the last two months plus daily cases, but unfortunately from March 15th till March 15th, this has been on a continuous decline, and we had brought down the test positivity rate below 3 to 3.5% level. But from March 15th onwards, if you look at the daily numbers, there has been a continuous increase now. It is right now about 2,500. So we had gone down to 1,800 on average, and now it has moved up to 2.5%. And even the test positivity rate in Kerala has now gone up from a bottom of 3.6% to over 5% right now. And what is unfortunate is also the fact that there has been a fall in daily testing also during this time, the last 2 weeks, which is really not a good sign. So, and you know that the election is happening in Kerala, and there has been a lot of increased mobility, etc., happening, and so I wouldn't be surprised increased cases in coming days in Kerala. And I believe that it is high time the state government should significantly increase the daily testing for COVID-19.
Well, today the elections are over, so hopefully the government will get back focusing on this. Thank you so much, Rijo, John, for joining us on the show and discussing all these issues regarding the numbers and vaccination drives and, of course, the situation there in Kerala.